Welcome back into the NFL Every Game on the Board betting podcast with our next guest, Minty Bets. Minty, welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me today, Drew.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Excited to get your analysis on the back half of the NFL card, and we got Detroit at Oakland up first. This is rotation number 465, 466, Minty. Looks like a total of 50.5 here with a key number of -2.5. That's the Raiders laying at home.
Yeah, so this is the Raiders' first game back in Oakland since week 2 against Kansas City, and it's the first time this season that they'll be favored instead of underdogs. So that's interesting. They should definitely be taking advantage of not only being at home, but also Detroit's struggling secondary. The Lions have needed to rely heavily on their offense because of that. So if Oakland really wants to win, they should need to be efficient in their passing defense, because last week's win against the Giants, Matthew Stafford passed for 342 yards for 3 touchdowns. Also, the Raiders should be more motivated to win this game because their division rival, Kansas City, is without Patrick Mahomes for a while, and Oakland faces an easier schedule the next couple weeks. So this would be like the perfect opportunity to put some wins on the board and even out those standings before they meet with the Chiefs again. The Raiders are 5-1 against the spread at home, and Detroit is 2-8 straight up in their last 10 as a road dog. Johnny Detroit is going to kill me, but I actually kind of like the Raiders here as a small favorite. But the only thing that worries me is after playing back-to-back-to-back road games, it can be really hard to adjust playing at home at 100%. So I don't know if I would take it, but I do like the Raiders here.
Yeah, and Minty, you talk about, Oakland, multiple games here away from home. You don't really see that a lot in the NFL. It seems to be a little bit more, fair, I guess you could say. But there was at Houston, at Green Bay, and then that Chicago game was in Europe, right?
London. Yeah, it was in London, and it was a home game, but, they were in London.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting handicap, and there's probably not a lot of a sample size to see, how teams do with that kind of scenario coming back home. And just a question here off of the Raiders. I mean, I know you've lived in Las Vegas pretty much your whole life. Any comments on, I guess, the Raiders coming here and your overall feelings of it, and how you think the city will react?
Excited. People will. I'm really excited, and I'm actually a season ticket holder for the Las Vegas Raiders, so I'm ecstatic that they're coming. I don't know if I can love them more than I love the New Orleans Saints, because that was the team that I kind of grew up watching. Okay. But I don't know what color I'll paint my face when the Raiders are playing against the Saints at home. I'm torn, so maybe I'll just paint it all half silver, half gold or something. But I think it's actually really good. People are going to say it's going to bring a very wild fan base, because Oakland Raiders fans are very wild. But I don't know. I think it'll be really good for the city, and I'm excited personally. And hey, I can sell my tickets for a really good cost too. So that's good on my part.
Yeah, and the stadium's really coming along. It's almost like it could almost be ready this year, maybe
very soon.
Yeah, the whole structure is really built. I mean, you can tell they're still working on it and everything. But I guess that's one thing Las Vegas does well is build, big structures, big hotels, things of that nature. So reach out to Minty Bets on Twitter if you need tickets to the Raiders.
If you need tickets, yeah. It'll be like an auction, though.
At Minty Bets on Twitter. Minty, second game up here. We got 467, 468, Tampa Bay at Seattle. Looks like the Seahawks laying 5 at home, 52.5 being the total, Minty.
Yes, so the Seahawks haven't really been as dominant at home as they're usually known for, but luckily, Jameis Winston is a turnover machine, producing about 2 turnovers a game, and the Seahawks are 5th in the league when it comes to takeaways. So if Jameis Winston can just not do that, not fumble the ball or throw any picks, then I kind of expect the game to be close, because the Buccaneers fight hard, and although they only have 2 wins, they really earned those wins against the Panthers and the Rams. 5 points, I think, is just a little too much with Seattle. I don't think I'll take any sides, but Seattle's offense averages 25 points a game, while Tampa Bay's offense averages about 26 points a game. Overall, defensively, both of them kind of rank in the lower half. So the over is actually intriguing here at 52 is what I have right now. I might take the over. I don't doubt that it won't be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, and it's interesting what you bring up in terms of the turnovers with Jameis Winston playing the quarterback position, going up against Seattle, which you said was, top 5 in creating turnovers?
Yes. That's those takeaways. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an interesting stat right there, pointing towards the Seattle side, because I do feel that, past turnover percentage is indicative of future results. So I would try to put that in our back pocket on the home team there with Seattle. But Minty, next game up, we got Cleveland at Denver. Looks like the Browns -4, a mile high here, 39 being the total, Minty.
Yeah, that is crazy. Turnovers and penalties are the first two words that come to mind when I think of the Browns, especially last week. What a mess that was. We knew the Patriots were going to win, so it's no surprise this turned out the way it did. Baker earned his 12th interception of the year, turned the ball over again and again, and only had 1 touchdown last game. I don't know if this is a bright side or not, but they're playing up against the Broncos' backup quarterback, Brandon Allen, who's never played an NFL game before. I think expectations are going to be low for him. So I think they're going to have to bring their power rush, because guys like Phillip Lindsay and Royce Freeman are going to be hard for the Browns defense to keep up with, seeing as how they're allowing about 143 rushing yards a game. I'm torn with this one because I don't know if I should take the better defense with a new quarterback at home or a team whose only 2 wins are road games. I kind of like the under, though. At 39, it seems low, but the Broncos' defense is pretty good. It's getting there, too. It's looking like how it was looking, back when they were really good.
No, it definitely has been improving here, Minty. And you bring up the fact of Brandon Allen being the quarterback position. I always, because this is an ugly game. I mean, I feel that this is a tough one to make an argument. What are you going to do? Lay with Cleveland on the road, and at the same time, Denver hasn't looked that good at all with a new quarterback, like you said. And Brandon Allen, he went to Arkansas, and I'm more of a college football handicapper, Minty, and I mean, he was decent at Arkansas. He's pretty good. It's interesting to see him starting in the NFL, though. And I've never heard of this kid before, so I hope he does well. But I really don't know what to think of him. Yeah, and of course, with the Baker Mayfield having his off the field issues after that last loss, that was kind of fun to watch. But we got to move down the card here. We got Green Bay versus the LA Chargers. 48.5 the total here, Minty. Looks like 3 in the hook. That's what the Packers are laying on the road. Yes. So the Packers are hot right now. Although they don't have Devontae Adams, they don't need Devontae Adams, because we can expect Aaron Jones to meet with the ball a lot. Last week, he led the team in rushing, 67 yards, earned himself 159 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns on 7 catches. The Chargers are 23rd in the league against the run, so totally another chance for him and Jamal Williams to put some points on the board. Green Bay has been able to win all but 2 of their last 8 games by 6 points, or 6 or more points, I should say. And the Chargers have lost 3 of 5 games by 7 points. So looking at this 3.5, it seems like it's not really a lot, but I think I'll wait to see if maybe it'll go down to 3 or even 2.5 if I'm, expecting a lot. But I'm with the Packers on this one, but I don't know if I would lay the 3.5. Yeah, of course, being a very key number here on the 3, I believe most, more games land on 3 than any other number in the NFL going back long term here. So you're right, Minty. Right. Getting that extra half a point on the 3 in the NFL, very, very important. There is a shop out there with a 3, but most are at the 3 in the hook with the Packers on the road. What do you think here of the LA Chargers? Their home field advantage not being very strong. Most games, the away team. No home field advantage at all. So I don't know. I like the Chargers, but I think the Packers really have the edge here. Okay, yeah, I'm with you as well. And we got the Sunday Nighter and then a quick look at the Monday Nighter coming up. And, guys, you can use the coupon code MINTY, that's MINTY, at sportsmemo.com. It will be active until Sunday night if you're listening to the podcast. And, of course, we have the video cast as well on the YouTube channel, so check that out. And on the Apple iPodcast app there, Minty. Sorry about that. But overall, a lot of ways to consume the podcast and at sportsmemo.com. Don't laugh at me too much, Minty. You just have football on the brain, tosses, passes. Exactly. Yeah, podcast passes. It is all that. The coupon code Minty will make every play on the board. It will take 40% off of any play on sportsmemo.com. You can use it unlimited time. So 40% off any play on the board at sportsmemo.com with the coupon code Minty at checkout. The Sunday Nighter here, Minty. A lot of tickets written on this one. We got the New England Patriots at the Baltimore Ravens, 44.5, with the Pats laying 3 on the road.
Yes, this must be the most anticipated game of the week because I'm getting messages on Twitter and Instagram of who I'm going to take for this specific game. And the answer is I'm staying away because I've learned my lesson every year not to bet against Brady and Belichick. And I got so burned when I took the Jets plus 10 against the Patriots a couple weeks ago that I think I talked about on this podcast too. But I do like the fact that the Ravens just came off a bye and a 3-game win streak. They're playing at home, and Lamar Jackson, although not Brady-level accurate in passing, he's mobile, unlike Tom Brady. But it's scary because the Patriots defense is only allowing 7.6 points per game and also force 2 turnovers a game as well. They've played the easiest schedule in the NFL so far. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. I want the Ravens to win, certainly. And I know the Pats playing against a good team will be a little different for them, but I expect them to cover that 3 points, if not more. I think I heard the line open up at 6.5. Is that right? Like way when it opened?
I'm not sure. I guess we can. I'll pull it up right now, Minty. But that would be a huge move. 6.5 down to 3.
No, yeah. Like I heard it somewhere, and then I looked on the Wager Talk live lines actually, and I saw it open somewhere at 6.5, but it dipped way since then and super quick. So I don't know if at 3, I would probably take the Pats. Anything higher, though, if it was at 6.5, I would take the Ravens.
Okay. Good stuff there, Minty, on the Sunday Nighter. And any quick look here at the Monday Nighter, we got Dallas at the New York Giants, a rematch of Week 1. Looks like the Cowboys -7 in MetLife, 47.5 the total.
I lean the Cowboys. Last week we saw Saquon Barkley back. Daniel Jones threw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, though. They are able to put some points up despite losing in Detroit. Daniel Jones fumbled 5 times in the last 2 games, though, so that's something to kind of worry about. Also, a little note here, the Cowboys are coming off a bye, and last year after their bye week, they won 7 out of their last 9 games and claimed the NFC East title. They're favored by a touchdown, and I don't think that's crazy. I would probably take the Cowboys here.
That's a good stat there. So last year after the bye, they won 7 of their last 9 games. That's the Cowboys?
Yes.
Nice stat. And you think that would carry over to this year? I mean, I do.
I think so. Yeah, totally. It's spooky. So yeah, it's scary to face the Cowboys.
Yeah, no, good stats there, Minty. After the bye last year won 7 of their last 9 games. So the Monday Nighter there, Dallas at the New York Giants. She's Minty Betts at Minty Betts on Twitter. Fridays, we'll try to get her as much as possible. She's got a busy schedule for the back half of the NFL Every Game on the Board podcast. Guys, if this is your first time listening to the podcast, we do college football Every Game on the Board. We also do NFL Every Game on the Board each and every week throughout football season. So check us out at sportsmemo.com, and also a NFL Opening Lines Report podcast with Teddy Covers as well on Mondays. That's a great show as well. And Minty, before you came on, I sent out a tweet here that you were coming on, and any questions I should ask you. Is that all right to ask you some questions from Twitter?
Sure.
Okay. We got Blueprint Sports saying moneyline play of the week ? Do you have are you interested in betting money lines overall?
Oh, you know what? I'm actually interested in the Colts money line. Last time I checked, which was actually a couple days ago, I haven't kept up with it. It was like plus 105. It could have moved since then because I heard James Conner, they're playing the Steelers. So I heard James Conner is actually out this game. So I kind of like Indiana for money line.
Yeah, Indianapolis.
Or Indianapolis. What did I say? Indiana. Yeah, Indianapolis, Indiana. Duh.
All the same thing, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been bouncing around -1, +1. Okay, so looking at them, pretty much in a pick'em price, but you're right, it is plus 115 at some shops right now. So a short underdog there on the money line. Shout out to Blueprint Sports for that question. Also, Doc Holliday joking around with us saying, nobody's asking you about the New England-Baltimore game. What, a lot of people shouting out questions to you, Minty?
Yeah, everyone has been asking me on Twitter who I'm picking. So, of that game. So, I don't know. I definitely want to watch that game, but I'm not going to bet it.
Okay. All right. That makes a lot of sense. And guys, remember the coupon code Minty, M-I-N-T-Y, at checkout, 40% off any play on the board at sportsmemo.com. That coupon will be good through Sunday night. She is Minty Betts. Follow her on Twitter at Minty Betts. Minty, anything else you wanna throw out there before we shut this down?
No, thanks for listening, everybody.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Have a fun, safe weekend. Best of luck with your bets, and we'll talk on Monday, the NFL opening line report with Teddy Covers.